Yo, yo, yo. Okay, I built a little app here probably a year ago now, but we just didn't get around to launching it yet, Steve, because we got busy with other projects. But it's out now and it's pretty cool. So, what this thing lets you do is essentially it will allow you to use ChatGPT, right? Which I know everyone's doing, it's super boring. But this one's kind of useful because you can embed it on your website and you can tell it everything that it needs to know. And then it's just a nice and easy chatbot for people to use. You know, when you use chatbots all the time on websites and it just never knows any answers, like you'll jump onto whatever a services website. I remember I jumped onto a gold bullion dealer once and they had a chatbot on there, but it couldn't tell me anything. It couldn't tell me the price of gold or silver bullion, nothing. It just kept saying, send us an email or contact us. It was just totally useless. And so I came up with a way to actually build a chatbot and use ChatGPT that you can embed on any website, and it's actually useful and it's really easy to use. So you essentially make an account here and then you'll just feed it knowledge. You just tell it what it needs to know here in the knowledge page. And you can add just as much information as you want about your business, right? Your personal blog, it doesn't matter. The website could be about anything. And then when people interact with the chatbot, it's always going to look at your knowledge document and it will just see if it can find the answer. And if it can find the answer, it's going to tell them that. So here we have one. This is a real website. It's called EcoPrint. It's a printing website. And in the name and behavior tab here, I just give the chatbot a name, an email that it can spit out, and what website it's going to live on, right? And then I feed it my knowledge, everything. So this has most of the information about the business, contact details, what's your email, best phone number, press information, just whatever it is. And then I can style it. So I can say, hey, it should show up on the bottom right of the page, on the bottom left, and it should have this color accent. And then I can test it, right? So if I click test me here, there, it's going to pop up, right? I called it quick support, and here it is. And I can play with it here until I'm happy. And when I'm ready for it, I can then embed the chatbot. And the way that I embed the chatbot is I've made it so that you just need to add 2 lines of code. You can embed this chatbot on any website whatsoever. It can be a WordPress website, Shopify, it doesn't matter, all of them. As long as you can get access to edit the header and the body, which you can for virtually every sort of website builder, this thing will work. And you just put these in, this goes in the head, anywhere in the body, and it's done. So let's have a look, right? If we go to EcoPrint now, here it is. I've got it open already. And there it is, right? It's called Quick Support because I named it Quick Support. It's got that the black bar here, the black styling on the button and stuff. That's because I gave it a black accent color. And just like that now, I can ask it questions, right? So if I ask it, do you do rounded corners? It's going to look at this knowledge document to see if there's an answer to that question. And if there is, it's going to give it to me. So yeah, we do rounded corners, and it answers the question, blah, blah, blah. And it's getting the answer for the rounded corners right here. Do you do rounded corners? Okay. So that's it. It's that simple. Now, if you ask it the question that it doesn't know, if I ask it, what is the capital of Germany? Okay. Obviously, ChatGPT knows what the capital of Germany is, but because it's not in the document, right? Because it's not in this knowledge, it's going to say, hey, I don't have that information on me yet now. You can email us at hello@ecoprint.com.au, and that's it, right? Now, the way that I got ChatGPT to not answer every question under the sun, because it does it by default, is I just added this default instruction into the code of the website. So check this out, right? So every time that you ask this chatbot a question, before it answers, there's this default instruction that I created, which I just feed to it on every question, which says things like, you'll never mention that you are part of OpenAI, ChatGPT. You'll only talk about your uploaded documents, right? And I've sort of reinforced this text all throughout this default instruction. And I had to play with it a bit to get it to not answer random questions, but after a while it worked, right? So this is the only thing here that stops it from actually answering everything. If I were to remove this default instruction, you could talk to it exactly like you're talking to ChatGPT and it would answer everything. But that kind of defeats the purpose of this, right? It should be specific to whatever website you have or business. Now, if you ask it a question that it doesn't know, it's going to tell you, right, to email, and then it's going to have this little hashtag support in the response right here. And that little hashtag support I log. So when you go to your dashboard, you can see all the conversations that anyone's ever had with your chatbot. It'll just keep going down and down. And if you see an exclamation point, it means that within this conversation, there was a question that the bot could not answer, which can then help you to update your knowledge document, right? What's the capital of Berlin? Couldn't answer that question. What's the capital of Germany, right? Thank you, I can't answer it. So you might be like, man, everyone's asking me about Germany here. Maybe I'll add some German information on the knowledge doc. So it's a really fast loop. Like you'll immediately see what they're asking, what don't I have in the knowledge doc, and what do I add. So I could then come straight back in here to the knowledge doc, and I'm going to talk about Berlin and Germany, hit save, and then I'm good to go. And I guess you could jump on here every other day and just see what else are they asking. Do I need to update the knowledge doc with anything? And rinse and repeat. You just keep doing that over and over again until hopefully you don't get any more. I mean, people are going to ask random questions, but you don't need to worry about those, right? You just want to answer stuff that people are actually inquiring about. And this makes it super easy. And if you're at all into like code and you want to know how I built this, like how did I make something on my website which shows on your website, right? You've probably done this a lot, but if you wonder how you can build this with Laravel, there's a really cool Livewire package called Wire Elements, and you install Wire Elements by running this composer require step in your terminal, and it will just add this into your Laravel app, and then you can just decide which Livewire component from your web app do you want to be able to be embedded on other websites. So I used this, I used Wire Elements, I installed it, and off I went. Doesn't matter. That's it. And it works, right? You can just embed a component anywhere you like using Wire Elements. It's so amazing. It takes care of bundling all the code and all your assets and everything. The only thing you need to watch out for is if you're embedding a component like this. So I've got this little chatbot, right, which is embedded on your website. The problem comes when with styling it, because when you style these components, because they're living on another website and you don't know what CSS lives on this website, what are they using to style it, you just want to make sure that you do the styling inside the component itself, right? So what you're seeing here on the left is the actual HTML and all the code that shows me what this bot would look like. And if I go down, you can see here, the styling for the bot is within the exact component itself. It's not, it doesn't come from app.css, right? It comes from within the component. So just make sure you do that, style the components yourself within them, in line, whether you create a style sheet like this, or you just actually write, next to the thing, style, and you just style it yourself here. You can do that as well. But yeah, Wire Elements is the way to go for that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty cool, man. It's so simple. You jump on, and this is really handy. Like knowing when people are asking questions that you just have no idea they would ever ask you, you can see that straight away, update the knowledge doc, and you're good to go. So ciabella, check it out if you guys are interested. It was fun. It was fun to do, and then we just totally abandoned it for like a year. But here we are. Cool. Au revoir, people. Bye bye.